All right, how's it going today, guys? My name is JSP, and today, you guessed it, we're talking about Caleb Williams. Now, I'm a Bears fan. I talk Bears. There's many reasons I'm a Bears fan, probably because I grew up in Chicago, but there's a few things I want to go over in this video. I want to watch the Pat McAfee interview with Ryan Poles. He went over a few important things, and I also, before we get started, I wanted to show you guys this. So obviously I already talked about why does Caleb Williams get so much hate in my previous video. If you want to watch that hate, it continues the next day. I made that video yesterday, and he's just getting a lot of hate today again. And let me show you why, okay? Let me show you why. All right, this is the reason why. This is the reason why. You guys didn't know. Caleb Williams is, I don't know how to explain it without sounding like I don't know what I'm talking about, because I really don't know what I'm talking about. A lot of people are stating he's wearing lip gloss, he has a pink phone, a pink wallet, glasses, and it looks like he's also wearing nail polish or whatever, pink nails. Now, I don't care what you do, okay? Especially Caleb Williams. I don't care what he does. As long as he wins us games, if we're even taking him, I don't even know if we're taking him yet, but I'm almost 100% sure we're taking him. I don't care what you do with your life, as long as you are my quarterback. I will support you, and I will want you to win as many games as you possibly can. Now, as long as you play good for my team, I don't care what you do. But we already got so much hate for Justin Fields, calling him a running back. I don't know why Justin Fields got so much hate in this league, but for some reason he got so much hate from other fan bases, and now that's going to probably continue on for the Steelers. Now, Caleb Williams is not even our quarterback yet, and he's already getting so much hate. Everyone in the comments is saying, "Yeah, don't. Why post this? Dude, straight as a circle. Am I tripping, or is?" I mean, I don't know. The biggest NFL bust in history. I cannot fathom being bothered by this. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't really see the lip gloss. Maybe, possibly. I see the nails, possibly. Maybe that just light. He could honestly just be holding like his girlfriend's phone or something like that. I don't know. But a lot of people are saying, hey, don't do this. Don't draft him. He's going to be a huge bust. Like, everyone's making fun of him right now. So the drama has already started with Caleb Williams, unfortunately. The hate has already started. It's only going to continue, especially if he's like this his whole career. He's going to get a lot of hate from other fan bases, from people, possibly even Bears fans. He's going to get a lot of hate, and he knows what comes with this. Like, he's obviously doing this on purpose. Who knows if he's doing it to be different? Who knows why he's doing this? He's got a girlfriend, so I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see what happens, but it's not looking good already for us Bears fans, because we already got away from the Justin Fields getting made fun of for being a running back, and now we're getting some shit for Caleb Williams already. So I just wanted to go over that. It's new drama, new undeserved hate for Caleb Williams, just like I talked about yesterday. So anyway, I wanted to go over this video.
Photoshop's generative fill makes it super.
Ryan Poles, and he interviewed the Pat McAfee show.
Feel him when he walks.
Let's go ahead and watch it.
Aura. You think to yourself, wait a minute. I'll go Bears.
Hell yeah.
Big Pole.
You gotta love Ryan Poles.
Hey, it's on carpet, so it might not wheel as easy. Yeah, I was struggling. You saw me struggling with it. A lot of sleep. I was in Chicago last night. I was in your great city last night. It was a beautiful place. Let's make sure we put that up, because you're tall. Are you the tallest GM?
Might be.
Are you the most athletic
He's
GM?
pretty tall. I mean, he was an offensive
Who
lineman.
is, you think? Have you looked around?
haven't looked around.
Hey, congratulations.
Thank you.
What you have done up there, seemingly, and I think we got to. Is this on?
Yeah, it's on.
There we go.
First one. So you're the guinea pig of the
Yeah,
draft.
yeah,
Hey, the
right.
first pick of the draft. First pick of the draft. First one in here. We appreciate you joining us. League meetings every single year. What happens here? You're learning about what the NFL wants to do next season. There's deals getting done. Are you talking to people? Is there stuff like what is the league meeting as a whole every single year for you as a GM now?
Yeah, there's probably deals getting done, but most of it's sitting in these meetings, health and wellness of the players, new rules being introduced to everybody, hearing those debates go back and forth.
So the hip drop tackle, we were very anti, just like every player was. And then literally Jim Harbaugh almost tackled me out in the hallway and was like, this is kind of what we want to get rid of. Is that kind of everybody's mindset going in? Like, we don't want to change football, but then you start hearing what?
I haven't really talked about this, but the hip drop tackle, if you actually read into it, it's not exactly what people are thinking it is. It's the swivel hip drop tackle. So whatever Ian Rappaport tweeted is just not true. Hip drop tackles are banned, but also not really. There's only like specific ones that the refs are going to be looking for. So the game of football is not ruined like people are saying. So anyway, let's just continue.
What the intent of the rule is, and then everybody's like, okay, yeah, we can get on board with that. Is that normally how things we get the intention wrong and they throw a flag on something? Are you guys dapping up at the pro day or having dinner with? Hey, so that is an interesting thing.
There we go.
Yeah.
Because every report that comes out about you guys and Caleb, or Caleb's pro day, or you guys dapping up at the pro day, or having dinner at the pro day, and meeting him with his teammates and everything, everybody's like, okay, Chicago Bears fans are like, our guy is our guy. As this process has gone on, with your research into Caleb, what have you learned about him that you've loved? And what do you think people maybe had a misconception of him, or maybe you had a misconception of him going into the entire process?
Yeah, what makes it interesting is he's probably the biggest NIL football player to come through the process.
Ever.
And so you have to kind of break that down because usually that's not the case. And, you want to know, does he have humility?
Sorry, I did want to say one more thing. Yes, Caleb Williams is different, but so was Cam Newton, so was Chase Claypool, so was a lot of other players that just they show up to their games dressed in some weird shit. Stephon Diggs, Von Miller, like everyone, not everyone, but there's some players that just dress weird. They wear the weirdest shit, like Cam Newton. Like it's normal now. So a lot of people are saying if you wear that shit or you do that shit around like his teammates, his new teammates, you're not going to win over the locker room doing that. And I was like, that's not true at all. It just makes no sense.
Can he self-assess and say, I'll take ownership of what he needs to continue to work on and improve? And he's checked all of those boxes so far. So I've been encouraged, with the time that we've spent with him, the things that we've learned, in terms of does he fit our culture and can he be a guy that helps take the Chicago Bears to the next level?
Do you hate the fact that it's like such a matter of fact?
I think he's trying so hard to not give away that he's taking Caleb. Like he's trying to pick his words and saying like accidentally give away what he's doing with the pick. I mean, everyone's assuming it's Caleb Williams, but like he's doing a very good job at not. Hey, once Caleb gets here, like he's not saying shit like that.
That he's going. Because like when I was with the Colts, when Andrew Luck was coming out, Andrew Luck took a visit to Washington because they had the number 2 pick or whatever. And in the building, whenever he was taking his visit to the Colts and said he had to go to Washington next, we're all like, yep, worth it. yeah, completely worth it. Does it suck that you potentially have like next to no leverage with the number 1 pick because everybody seemingly knows exactly what you're doing? Or is it great because there's a guy that everybody assumes to be the number 1 overall pick?
I think it's year to year. But when you have pretty good clarity, it really doesn't make a difference.
AJ's got a question.
How do you not get swayed by sometimes, not this year, like just in general, when you're drafting players, like not being, I guess, like whatever the public may think. Sometimes there's like a lot that the public thinks, hey, you need to take this guy. You need him. How do you sometimes go and actually study and realize, is it tough to go against that sometimes where the public thinks, hey, this is what you need to do?
You don't pick
and you're
Caleb.
thinking the long game. Hey, I just wait 2 or 3 years and you guys want to.
Look at Pat McAfee. If you don't pick Caleb, look at his face.
You need to do.
You don't pick
and you're
Caleb.
thinking the long game. Hey, I just wait 2 or 3 years and you guys will understand what I'm doing.
It happens every year, and I think that's the hardest part of being a general manager or a leader in any space.
Honestly, if we don't take Caleb, I think there's going to be outrage. I think there's going to be outrage in Chicago because you trade away Justin Fields and you don't take possibly the best player. I'm not saying possibly. I mean, obviously, it's the draft, so you never know. But possibly the best player in a very long time. If you pass on him, and you take Drake May, which I don't mind. I don't mind Drake May, but at number 1, I'd rather take Caleb. But I think there would be outrage. Honestly,
You're doing the homework, you're getting the correct information. You have a group of really good scouts that are giving that to you. If that goes against the narrative, you gotta stand
and
up against
you're getting killed
that.
like in the instant, but hey,
Absolutely.
I'm playing the long game. This is going to work out eventually.
Absolutely.
How many picks as a whole do you guys have?
Right now we have 4.
Okay, when's the next one after number 1?
9.
9.
Oh, yes, you were in a good spot.
Really
Yeah,
good spot.
great spot.
Okay, that's a lot of research. You got to do a lot of shit
Two
here.
top
Yeah.
10
Yep.
picks.
Has this been a very busy, active? Obviously, this is your most active time. But what is it? Pro days are the best. The meetings are the best. The visits. What is the best?
Visits, time spent with the guys. You guys have been in a locker room before. When you spend time with someone, you look them in the eye, you go out to dinner, you want to make sure that fits in with the locker room. So that's going to be really, really important.
You go to dinner with Caleb and his teammates.
Yep.
Is what we learned
Yep.
as of the last 24 hours.
Yeah.
They cheers each other. Good toast. Or is it good food? Somebody pick up a tab.
It was great food. I picked up the tab.
Wow.
That's
Good GM right
Way to
there.
go.
That's a good GM. Do you want a guy to offer to pick up the tab?
No, he doesn't have to offer. He doesn't have to
that'd
offer.
be
Oh,
good
highest
character,
NIL
but
guy of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
that's
don't
true.
make this
That's
much.
true.
It's not
Yeah.
even close.
Tone's got a question for you.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about Justin Fields because I saw you talking. I believe you said it
course
was
the
one of the
Steelers
hardest
guy
things
asked
that you've
about
ever
Justin
had
Fields.
to do as a GM. I believe there was a poster in your house of Justin Fields. You said, now, were you aware when you took the GM role that it was going to be that hard? Is it just because Justin is the guy that he is? And also, I'm a Steelers fan, so what are we getting with Justin Fields?
Yeah, well, you're getting a great kid. Works his butt off. Dynamic. We've all seen that in terms of how he moves. The person's outstanding. You won't be wrong there at all. In terms of hard decisions, absolutely. His jersey is up, in our house.
Sure.
It's my son was Justin Fields for Halloween. So
I was
Heartbreaking.
talking day.
Great costume.
yeah.
That must have been heartbreaking.
So those conversations are tough. So I get from the fan base why that's a difficult thing. But again, it's my job to really look at the short term and the long term and set our organization up for success.
How about that Panthers trade?
Yeah,
Pretty good one.
worked out really well.
Yeah. Do you hear because obviously, and we're lucky to talk to a few GMs around the league, but like when RG3 comes out, you heard it. Yeah.
I reacted to this. If you want to see my reaction, look back on one of my old videos.
Okay. Don't you think your particular Bears feels different than maybe the previous Bears? Like that's how we feel outside looking in. It's like, hey, this is a brand new building almost. Does it feel like that in there?
You can tell just by Ryan Poles' mannerisms that this definitely this pisses him off. Like you can tell he's mad that this is not the same old Bears. At least that's what he's saying. Obviously, action needs to be put. And we need to actually not be the same old Bears anymore and start winning games, playoff games, stuff like that. Beat the Packers. We cannot be the same old Bears. Obviously, he hasn't proved that yet. This is his third year, going into his third year. So we technically still are the same old Bears. But I trust in what Ryan Poles is doing. I think he's doing the right thing. I think he's putting together a hell of a team here. And I think he's getting the right personnel. I mean, I don't mind having Matty Eberflus for one more year. Our defense was very, very good the second half of the year. Shane Waldron, I believe, is going to be a way better offensive coordinator than Luke Getsy. So, obviously, like I said, action and winning games is going to tell us the whole truth. But I think this topic really just messes with Ryan Poles, and he's very annoyed when this gets brought up.
There, and obviously you weren't there beforehand, but does it feel like you and Eberflus's culture is because at the end of the last season,
Right.
It feels like, okay, the culture's kind of settling in, team settling in. You guys feel that, obviously?
Yeah, it pisses me off a little bit, to be honest with you, because we were hired to break a cycle. The same thing when I was in Kansas City. Coach Reed, all of us were brought there to break a cycle, and we did. And no one talks about those days anymore. It's all about what they are right now. So I really believe we're about to break this cycle and get this city in a really good situation.
And I really hope he does do that. Please, God, please. We're in this endless cycle of just sucking, draft a quarterback. He is only on the team for 3 to 4 years maximum. We draft another one. We get a good defense. Our offense struggles. We draft a new quarterback in 4 years. We get a good defense. Our offense struggles. Like, it's this cycle. Like, he is not lying. This is just a Bears cycle. And, every once in a while, probably about every 10 years, we make it into the playoffs and lose in round 1. So, let's break that cycle, please.
And win a lot of games. So the past is the past. Like, I don't worry about that at all. It's about where we're going.
Okay, well, a lot of people had a similar reaction to you. Owner at the owners' meetings of the Green Bay Packers here. Ty has a question for you, Paul.
Yeah, unfortunately, because just talking to you right now, you're a great guy, and I really like what you've done this offseason. I hope you guys lose so many the rest of your game. But that's personal. But you talk about Caleb fitting the culture of the team. Coming in, obviously, you move some of those foundational pieces.
I don't know why he hates the Bears so much. It's not like we're even a threat to him. We're not even a thorn in his side. Like we're like literally just like a little kid. Just get away from me. Like a little gnat just flying around. Oh, what the hell was that? Yeah, on to the next game. Whatever.
And then this year you trade for Sweat at the trade deadline. Gave him a massive extension. How do you know, or like how long does it take when it's like, okay, we finally do have the guys that I'm looking for in here that fit the culture and kind of what Coach Flus is trying to do with the team?
Yeah, the team starts to run itself.
Good question.
The locker room runs itself. You don't have to get up there and talk about standards. You don't have to talk about how we're going to do things. The guys start doing that on their own. And I really think once you start to head in that right direction, you can kind of back off a little bit, and you're going to practice at the same tempo. Deal with conflict and issues at a totally different level. So you can start to feel that already. For
the rookie quarterback thing, which is our kind of take, you invested in running back, Keenan Allen, got more weapons alongside DJ. You did a little bit of work on the offensive line. In the defense. That feels like a perfect setup for a rookie quarterback. I mean, isn't that what we're looking for?
Absolutely.
And that's on purpose, obviously.
On purpose, yep.
What do you do? You have a dry erase board? You're like,
looks like it's a green screen.
How do we not screw this guy up? That is a real thing, because there's a lot of rookie quarterbacks that come in and does not work out.
No, it's a unique situation. And when you look at history, a lot of those guys come in and they got to fight, for the first couple of years just to get to the other side.
Survive almost.
Survive. So this is a great setup. The trade worked out well, where we have weapons.
Like I said, I've said this many times. I don't think a first overall pick has ever had the weapons that we have currently. Not only just DJ Moore and Keenan Allen together, I don't think a first overall pick has ever had that good of a wide receiver duo ever. Not only do we have them two, we also have Cole Kmet, we also have Gerald Everett, DeAndre Swift, and possibly Rome Odunze or Malik Neighbors, if anyone's even available right there. I wouldn't mind going to go get Brendan Rice to pair up with Caleb Williams. We have already a lot of weapons and possibly even more weapons after the draft. So we'll have to see how the draft shakes out.
We have a defense. So, hey, on those bad days, we're going to need some turnovers to bring it back. And when you're a little bit off, you can hand the ball off and you can start to dictate how the defense is going to play it. And then from there, we just grow and get better.
Connor's got a question for you.
Yeah, Ty mentioned the trade deadline last year. Now, deadline moving back a week. Yeah. Is that something for you that it's like, thank God? Because if we have a guy go down early and another team falls off, they might be more willing to, give us an important piece that could help us go all the way. Or what is your thoughts around the trade deadline moving back and how it helps you guys and all the GMs really in the end?
Yeah, it helps you, an additional week. We never changed it once we went to 17 games. So it kind of feels the same.
And you guys are trying to get to 18 games, right? I heard you are.
Sure.
I get it. I get it. It's a lot of football.
That's a lot.
Gotta love it.
It's a lot of football. But yeah, I think that it's a good move. They also want to protect not getting too far down the road where now people are just starting to dump players, trying to get draft capital. So I think it's a good move. It should work out well.
Are you and Coach Eberflus in the gym every morning? He's strapped right now.
Oh my God,
isn't he?
He's getting right, yeah.
He's on a program, I think. He's got.
Hair is unbelievable.
Yeah, that linebacker's starting to come back out.
Yeah. He looks real. When you're trying to piece the culture together, though, and I think they asked about that.
Good.
Like, you're trying to look for a specific person to be a Chicago Bear now going forward. Like, we have an identity, obviously, and you think you are finding that or have that at this point?
Yep. Tough, violent, fast, explosive. Guys that are passionate about football.
Love ball, right?
Love ball. Gotta love ball.
So we heard that about Caleb. Whenever we were at the Combine, we were walking around, me and Mad Mel, and we were chit-chatting with everybody because going into it, not you, us outside who didn't know him, we heard his team talk a lot. Like, hey, Caleb's team saying this. And is that even Caleb's team, or is that just somebody that might be in the sphere but doesn't actually know what they're talking about? Right. So we thought immediately, like, okay, maybe – buddy, the NFL existed before you. The NFL will exist after you. He wants a percentage of the team. He's not going here. He's not doing this. This is all meant from the team. None from Caleb, but from the
Ryan
team.
Poles looks so unbothered
your immediate thought is
by
like,
this
oh, this guy's prima donna diva.
Yeah.
Okay, especially at the quarterback position. But then you got the GQ, you got the NIL, you got everything that's going on. Right. That kind of all feeds into it. Then we go to the Combine, and everybody's like, everybody we talk to, equipment managers, athletic trainers, teammates, coaches, everybody loves him, and he's obsessed with ball. I don't think that gets talked about at all, or wasn't talked about at all.
No, but that's what you got to be careful with what you read and what you hear.
How do you find out?
I want him to be obsessed with winning a Super Bowl, and obviously, what Ryan Poles says here is very important.
Somebody loves ball. That you talk to all those people.
Be careful of what you read, because clearly, Ryan Poles thinks that anything that you read online about Caleb Williams, he knows is most likely a lie already.
Yeah, we've talked to probably 30, 40 people for a lot of these prospects just to get a real feel for, is that passion there? Are they tough? Are they going to go through hard things? Are they resilient? Because really with this setup of college football, it's harder to even take criticism. It's harder to give criticism because if I get too much, then I'm out.
Guys are getting soft, you're saying. Guys are getting soft.
Maybe a little bit.
We think that.
Yeah, for sure.
We think that. That's why building a team would be impossible.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah. But I want to see guys that have gone through hard. They've had struggles. For Caleb specifically, like this year was not exactly the way that he wanted. He had to go through some hard times, and he probably learned a lot about himself and how to overcome those things. Because in the league, that's going to happen. Yeah, and you got to get through it. So.
Yeah, and there's a game coming.
Yep.
And then another one, and then 18 if you guys could have your way. Todd's got a question.
You talked about it now with hard times. How many questions do you ask around NIL? Because Saban came out and he talked about his end of season meetings with his players, and they just come in and they want to know if they're starting and how much money they're getting. Do you ask the coaches and people like that if the player has come in, if he's transferred a bunch of times, if they care obviously about the ball, but do they only care about the money? Do they care only about the playing time and the transferring and stuff like that?
Yeah, I think it's a really good touch point to see how they're going to handle it. There's some situations where I think it helps us, right? Because before that, you're going to get a bag of money, and then how are you going to respond after? But we've already made the decision. Now we can see some of these guys have had it before. How do they manage their situation? How's their structure? Who are the people around them? Are they staying dedicated to the sport that they're supposed to love? So you can get some good answers through this. So it's not all negative about it.
They say it's hard to wake up and work when you're sleeping on satin sheets. We're already finding out, I guess, with these college kids sleeping in penthouses and things around college campuses. Nice.
How was your dorm?
Shit.
It was rough.
They shut down my house. My house got tore down like the year after I moved out. It should have been tore down.
I stayed in the same dorm as my dad did at Boston College. That's how old it was.
Jeez.
Air conditioning, no way.
No way.
No way.
No.
But now look at you, that watch. You see this watch?
Huge.
Myself in a mile away.
Staring at me.
Capital R.
Did you see what The Rock did to Cody Rhodes last night?
No.
Oh, you don't want to see
Don't
it.
look at it,
Don't.
Paul.
You don't. Don't want
Don't
to see
look
it.
at it.
Look what he's done.
Ladies and gentlemen, a man who's been in the NFL since 2009. Long time. You're a young man, too.
Yeah, young.
How old are you?
Yep, 38.
Jeez.
GM of a team at 38.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Paul.
Absolutely.
Thank you for stopping by. Hey, good luck. You don't draft Caleb, everybody's going to talk about it.
Don't worry.
Hey, you can draft anybody. Yeah, don't feel obligated to draft Caleb.
Go Eagles.
Thanks for doing deals with Omar, by
Hey,
the way.
hey, take care, man. Keep killing it, dude.
I like Ryan Poles. He's a good GM. I think he's good. He's doing good. He knows what he's doing. He's smart. I really like I like Ryan Poles. New nickname for Poles, Big Pole Poles. Yeah, I owe my mental health to him as a Bears fan. I can't believe we have this GM level. Yeah, I think he's a great guy. I think I hope Ryan Poles stays our GM for a while. But really, Caleb Williams working out, or whoever, whatever quarterback it is, working out pretty much determines how long he's going to be our GM. So if Caleb Williams doesn't work out, he's most likely only going to be our GM for another 3-4 years, and then we restart the cycle, unfortunately. But I think he's doing the right stuff. He came from Kansas City. He learned from them. He said he wants to break the cycle. He doesn't want the Bears to be known as the same old Bears, and I really like that. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good day.